My name is Aniket Arvind. I'm a student here at Princeton University and an intern at Emergence AI. I'm here to demonstrate the integration of Emergence's web orchestration with watsonx Orchestrate. I'm going to be detailing the full step-by-step process on how to complete this integration, and you can use this video to follow along and complete it on your own laptop or machine. The first thing we're going to do is download this GitHub repository. So we're just going to download the zip file. And once we do that, we should be able to see it in our Finder. So we see it here, fully complete with our three files. For the sake of this demonstration, we're actually just going to be using the create and poll until complete files. This file is kind of just for a sort of acknowledgement of how the whole process is supposed to work. But for your own integration purposes, just use these two files here. So what we're going to do now that we have this is we're going to now navigate to our IBM watsonx Orchestrate console. And here you can see the AI Assistant Builder as well as the Skills Studio. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Skills Studio, Skills and Apps, and Create Import API. We're going to hit From a File, and now drag and drop, or rather select uh, the first sort of skill JSON file, which is the Create Emergence instance. We're going to upload, and now you should see this ready to go sort of check mark. You hit next, select, and then add. Once we've done that, we can now select enhance this skill. And within that, everything here should be completely configured for you already, which is the nice thing about simply pasting the JSON file. So you can simply hit publish here, and your create emergence instance should be completely ready to go. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're now going to want to create again an import API once again from a file and now use the poll until complete skill file. You're going to upload. You should see this check mark once again, hit next, and add. Now this imported, you can once again enhance the skill. Everything is fully configured for you already, so you can hit publish very safely. Now what we're going to do is we're going to now navigate to the console once again. And now instead of selecting one of these two, we're going to select the legacy chat. And the reason we're going to do this, actually, let's just clear this very quickly. The reason we're going to do this is because if we add skills from the catalog, this often takes a little bit of time because there are a lot of other integrations on the app. So just be patient with it. What you'll see here is if you type in emergence, you should see Emergence Web Orchestrator. And I've already connected it, but for the sake of showing this demonstration, I'm just going to delete the connection. So what you'll see here on your end, assuming that you haven't already set up this configuration, is you will see the connect app. So what you're going to do is you're going to connect, and you'll see that this place to input the API key. So you're going to navigate to your emergence dashboard. You're going to copy the API key, and now you can safely copy and paste that into the API key field. And now you'll see the connection is successful, and now you can safely add this skill. So only the create emergence instance was added. We still want to add the poll until complete, right? So we're going to navigate back to the skill catalog. Once again, this takes a little bit of time. And now we're going to search for polling. You could also search for emergence here as well. That would also bring this polling skill up because it's part of the name. But the same thing here, you're going to want to select it. And then once you have selected it, you should see this connect app once again. You simply click that, paste in your API key, and connect the app. You should see connection successful, and you can now add the skill. Okay, now both skills have been added, so we can now navigate back to our watsonx Orchestrate console. We can click on Skill Studio once again. And this time we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to click on, instead of Import API, we're now going to click on Skill Flow. You should now see this sort of flow here where you can actually create a workflow from end to end. So this allows us to create an autonomous sort of feel with our usage of Emergence's Web Orchestrate, or rather Web Orchestrator within watsonx. So you're going to want to click this plus button and it should bring up a whole library of the skills that are available to you. So now that you've added the two emergence skills, you should now be able to see both the emergence web orchestrator skill and the emergence polling service. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to first create the workflow. So we're going to create one through this skill here, which is the create emergence instance skill. So once this pops up, you should see a button like this that says Add Skill. So you can simply click that. And now we're going to click this second plus button here, which we'll use to add the polling service so that it polls the get function until the function achieves a success for output. So now we're going to add it once again, similarly to the create emergence instance. You should see an added button or an add button, add skill. And now our configuration is done. It's as easy as that, just creating a hierarchy. So now we're going to click Actions and Enhance. We're going to save and close. And oh, name must be provided. So we're just going to name this, let's just name this Emergence Web Orchestrate. Okay. So this is fully complete. You can add a description if you want, not necessary. All right. And now we can once again click Enhance, save and close. So now you should see this is fully created, fully complete. But since this is the skill flow, we want a way to access this skill within the chat, right? So the way we're going to do that is we're going to use trigger phrases. So if you go to phrases, you should be able to add new trigger phrases or train phrases. So I like to add a few. I'm just going to add two or three here. So for example, I have a web related task. That can be one, and now simply hit enter and you should have a new type bubble. Here you can type in another one, which is, for example, maybe you just want to type in emergence, or maybe you want to type in, I need emergence help. And you can go on and on so that you can create a sort of sort of complete list of all the trigger phrases you want. But I'm just going to use this for now. And then we can simply hit publish here. Now you should see all three of these sort of skills completely published on watsonx Orchestrate. But we're not done yet. We still have to navigate to the legacy chat and add the skill flow now to the chat feature. And the way we do that is from this skill catalog, we now type in skill flows. And you should see, just like in the create emergence instance and the poll until complete skill, you should see skill flows pop up here like so. And within skill flows, you should be able to search emergence, and the skill flow that corresponds to the emergence skills that we created should pop up accordingly. And we can simply hit add skill. And now this skill has been successfully added. So we can navigate to the legacy chat once more. And we can now actually end up searching for we can now end up searching for whatever we want to. So for example, if I say I have a web related task, it'll now say generate a prompt. So I'll say, for example, uh, what was the state of the VC market in 2024, especially with respect to AI. So now we hit apply. It'll say working on it. And once it does that, it'll generate a workflow ID, automatically input the workflow ID for you, and it'll just need your user input to hit apply. Once it does that, it'll say, it'll take a little bit of time, but you can continue on something else for now. And in a bit of time, you should see the result pop up.